Well, joining us here now on set is US Congressman Jim Moran. He recently signed a petition to Egypt's interim president calling for the release of our journalists. Thank you very much, Congressman, for joining us here on Al Jazeera. So in this petition letter, which I understand you've got there in front of you, what does it actually say?
We ask for the immediate release of the Al Jazeera journalists because we feel that it is an affront to the principle of freedom of the press. As of course, it's also an affront to the idea of democracy, of the right to have a fair trial, the right to defend yourself, the right to be charged before you're detained. So what is happening in Egypt is a violation of many of the principles upon which the United States is founded, and we would hope other nations would live by as well.
Have you had any response?
No. The journalists, as you know, are still imprisoned. The Egyptian government really has not been responsive, and I think it's probably time to step up the pressure to the extent we're able to. Obviously, it's going to be up to others in the region, as well as people in the United States government.
These three men are journalists, have got their 8th appearance in court tomorrow. What do you make of the trial so far?
Well, I think it's what we would call a monkey trial. I just don't see what the charges are, and I'm anxious to know if there are any serious charges. I know that the military government disagrees with what they have reported. Now, they're calling it lies. I don't know what they have said that is not accurate, certainly from the perspective of the journalists. I mean, in the United States, I oftentimes have disagreements with what I see on Fox News, but certainly Fox is free to broadcast it, and conservatives don't like what they see on MSNBC. But you don't put people in jail because you don't like what they are reporting. And here, one of the greatest civilizations in the history of the human race, the Egyptian civilization, has fallen back into the kind of fascistic governance that we saw in the 1930s. I just can't understand. I think it's a real step backwards, and it's troubling.
But if we get to the reality of the situation, what exactly, I know you're willing to put pressure on Congress, but what actually can the US government do? It's got this military aid, but it's already released some of the helicopters to the new interim government in Egypt. So what leverage has the US actually got?
Well, there is a debate going on within the United States government, and I understand Senator Leahy, who's the chairman of our Senate Judiciary Committee, has put at least a temporary hold on those helicopters. You would think we would have some leverage because obviously the United States has funded and trained and equipped the Egyptian military. I know they wouldn't be as strong and powerful as they are without United States financial assistance and training, and we know many of them. I'm just very disappointed in General Sisi and other members of the military, but they would not be acting as they are without support from people in the region and without getting the kind of pressure I think should be applied from people who ought to have some leverage, such as the United States government. But again, we're a democracy, and we're influenced by our foreign policy, particularly is influenced by domestic politics.
Congressman Moran, great to get you in the studio. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us.